old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't that mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. A-time. And if you ain't know, this is how it goes down. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans.
It's not enough. You solid love, but it's not enough. You better really step, but it's not enough. So you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I don't know. Somebody gotta go.
We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Good start to this one for him. Their first offensive snap picks up 9.
He's taking that first play as an indicator. This offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's not going to get there. The defense attacked to deny the marker, and now a chance to stand here with 3rd and 1.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Next now, 3rd and 1. That's where right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very Early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. It's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. They're going for it. It's Nix. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. He will not score, but that does set him up front with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
27 yards.
That's such a magnificent run. Quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. Now getting huddled, Ricky says, keep looking. It's time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off for running back after such a tremendous effort.
No gain for them, and now it'll be second and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Working quickly here. He's going to keep this one. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Titans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on fourth and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple of reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. He's going to be stopped right around 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've set it down from 37. On first down, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete from the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Nix again on second and 10. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw.
Setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
19 Chargers. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll come out throwing. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
Quarterback with his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Ready, set.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Rhythm. You hear me talking about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Buffalo 18. Bronco switch.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Takes this in at the 25. Jukes away from one. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting runs like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
To the well again. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's a gain of 8.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Nashville after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got a first to begin the frame. Now Nix. It's his running back. He's stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
From the red zone on first. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes.
The kick is good.
I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Lion, let's go now. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. That lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Dragon 60. Cougar.
Throwing now off the play action. Headed out right. The rookie from USF hauls it in. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
41-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They're going to try and throw it here. And screen here to Blue. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
A 3rd down run with Blue. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. '60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13.
13-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Nick Snad, a throw. Taking a deep shot here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On third down, here's Nix. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Denver. Calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They're down to their final one in this half.
Ty Zettner.
They'll bring out Ty Zettner to send it away on fourth down. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Starts the return at the 34. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
And they're on 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready! Ready!
They'll start the drive with Blue. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. And not much scoring to this point, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now! 60.
Going to the ground again on throws. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Tag! Bronco 80!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans get to 8 points in the lead. So, Rock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Nix from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll cobble together a yard there. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
Sometimes just feel like in the background, with every home run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Here we go. Viking 18. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check.
They'll go play action on 1st down. That one's complete to Chimere DK. Nothing to it after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this half.
35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Viking 70 Timberwolves.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Got a screen to the running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Let's go now. The Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Taking a shot deep here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, and as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans double their lead to 14. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back after this.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On the jump.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Tag
Up the middle, Blue. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. He had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
Give on second here to Blue. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
8. Here we go, shot. Cougar 19. 19, 18.
No throw, 3rd and long. Lasers this one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. And I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Ready, check.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5.
Let's go. Ready,
On the give, it's Blue. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Titans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this, Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's Nick, center of the pistol. Looking slant route, complete. There he goes, right sideline. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that the slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos get it back to a 14-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 19 Charger, 19 Charger!
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this one is launched downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a 3-possession game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
It's a gain of 21
That chunk
yards.
with a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
A gain of 21
You know I love
yards.
those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Devin Lloyd on
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Titans' 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Rock, means it's 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
A gain of 14. 1st down Broncos.
Running back sent in motion. Nix now on 1st and 10. Nice game left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal Denver.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now we're on the counter. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on the fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback names ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This will end up as a
The
touchback.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. They give to Johnson to start this drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Throwing off the play fake. Buying some time right. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, great team defense there. No matter where he looked, Brock, there seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
Nix with it on first. Setting up the running back screen. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Captain. Almost set. Ready. Do 12. Hey, what's the set?
Nix from the gun. Catch made. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll throw again. Nix. And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. Nix leading the Broncos to the line for this 2-point try.
The Broncos will line up for the...
Keeping it on the ground! And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt.
35. Broncos 27. Kevin McPherson set to
All right,
kick
that
off.
lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. 79 Broncos.
On the zone read, they hand it to Blue. Drop flat, first down, he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Bronco 80.
Pass play now. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. They did it. He made the interception. Jonte Barron has it. And the Broncos have some new life in the fourth.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Throwing on first down, Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 30.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the red zone on first. Complete out to the right side. It's a Denver touchdown.
Complete to number 17.
Broncos pick it
Touchdown,
off and get
Denver.
points on the ensuing drive. Now the offense and Knicks coming to the line, looking to tack on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up for the...
Right, they're going to throw for it. Bails out, and he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the fourth quarter. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Who gets the handoff? Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf. Let go.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a fourth-quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, that'd be a girl.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7.
42. Broncos 35.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Escapes the defender. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Nix off the play action. Dumps it off to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he is to throw. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. Ooh, and the shot made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Looking to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. He connects downfield. But you're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Full momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Back to throw. Oh, he lost the football. And the Titans pick it up. And the return finally over as they take the fumble into enemy territory.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. When they get the ball back, a little extra bonus on that return as well.
Got it. Ready?
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go. Huh. Cavity Lions. Ready?
They're going to pass it here. One's complete. Right side. And this one is over. The Titans get the first down. That should finish off this victory for them.
There are times quarterbacks got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
60 Bison.
So this winds up a win for the Titans. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.